What up, though? Ledge here, Mr. Top Tier Podcast. Here to give y'all my recap of John the Don versus Geechi Gotti, which was released, well, within 24 hours, man. Born Legacy 7, URLTV, the app. Get it, please. Give y'all my recap real quick, man. Out the gate, Geechi comes out firing. What I like about it, he came out with an angle, but he tied it in with punches, so it wasn't boring. And the angle, of course, was the alleged domestic violence case, or violence, I'll say, dispute and charges against John the Don. We don't know if it's true. I don't know. But he worked that angle to perfection out the gate. I heard you like to hit girls, you hoe ass nigga. So maybe it's time I get his bitch a beating. Headshot. Blow his brains on his mama. Tell his trick to clean it. I'll make sure your domestic on a bitch got a different meaning. Domestic. What a nigga reaching, so what? The pole dump. And I keep a grip for this pussy like the old Trump. That's mean. That's mean. That's why I say, like, he tied the angle together, still hit you with punches, still hard. The crowd was rocking with it. He stayed on that angle again. He said, your words ain't work on her, so you had to use your fist. I already heard what happened. You hit her, she ate it, looked and said, nigga, you's a bitch. God, that was hard. That had the room going a bit. Not gonna lie. That had the room going. When he came out like that gunning, I was like, oh, that's Geechi is in rare form. He gone. Next line that was dope to me. He said, you threw a nigga chain in the crowd, like go and get it. Bitch, you throw my chain in the crowd, you going with it. Crowd erupted again, like facts. You know, niggas was in there. Like, I wish I was there at that building. The atmosphere seemed really, really genuine. No real bias in this battle. Both had their little entourages with them. And for the little first half, there was a guy behind Geechi who kept yelling every fucking bar. And I was like, yo, if he's about to be that guy like that Mav had, the Hispanic guy Mav had at those RBU battles, this could ruin everything. But he just did it for maybe the first half of the first round, and I never really heard him again. So shout out to him or the camp. I'm glad they got that, because I was like, oh, he trying to steal the show on the key. He also had the Tech 9 line that I'm sure you guys heard on the trailer. I don't know, it was good, but I'm kind of over the Tech 9 lines, me personally. A line that was fly to me that I didn't see retweeted a lot or get that much attention. He said, just because my gun Little John don't mean shit sweet, my boy. The bullet that enter south and come out your east side, boy. That was fire to me. Right around this point is when he started to get a little choppy. What I mean is, sometimes he wasn't getting like a certain crowd reaction for a certain line, and I think that's a little chink in his armor. It's kind of like with Twerk. Sometimes if he says a line hard and delivers it well and he doesn't get the reaction, it messes with him going into the next lines. So he was kind of like stuttering a little bit or rehashing some things back, a little slip-ups. He wasn't as clean as he was in the first half, but he still had a good line where he say, get his toe tagged up, then he going in a tight box like the first nigga Jazz let fuck. Like, that was hard. But to me, he started having little predictable lines towards the end, and it kind of tailed off. He said something about the ball heads, then a John Doe line. You know, you go against John, you're going to hear John Doe a bit. But overall, still a solid, more than solid, a really dope fire round from Geechi. First round, John comes back and says, you know my name, clown. Ain't no need to run my accolades down. Just think of Prep, Wavy, Jack, and every other act I laid down. Wordplay, vicious. I like wordplay a lot. Then he said, you've been gassed ever since the day they made him champ. Head still in the clouds, bow. Now you the reigning champ. That's cold. Then he started floating. This was a line, again, this is why I don't go off crowd reaction things that are personally dope to me that might not stick to you, but like this, I'm a big TV show guy. So this reference was fire, and it wasn't a reach either. He said, Heard some niggas caught him slipping in the whip. Like, what you got in there? Boxed in like that 70s show. You know, tried to mash open the scene in a chopper air. Oh my goodness. Tried to mash open the scene. Or like an opening. Like, anybody who's seen MASH knows that opening scene with the chopper and the sound effects and the music. You know, that's legendary. So MASH opening scene, open and scene, the chopper air, fire. That's fire to me. They put a nigga with the gangster rep versus a dangerous threat. It's on you to bring me Compton, Crip, nigga, bang your set. He was talking to Geechi, man. He was talking to Geechi. What else? And then what else he got? I'll aim a tech, line him razor fresh. That mean a blade come next, so I can shoot him, stab him at the same time. Left so many holes, I made bayonet. He's talking. He is talking. Yo, yo. Then he hit him with a lot. Then Coffee guy. I don't know why they be doing Coffee so bad. She wasn't even at the event. He said something about all she known for is to throw it around this neck of the woods. All she known for is throw, like, and then he like Coffee, like flips, cream, sugar, all that shit. He was going in, man. He was going in. He had like this little almond cashew nut scheme pause towards the end I didn't like, but that was like the only thing I really didn't like in his round. Everything else was fire, and I think the difference between him in that round and and Geechi was he was just more potent, more poised, and he stayed with a really nice solid pace. So for that, I gave John round 1. Moving on to the second, where Geechi opens up his round with 2 fire rebuttals based on some lines that John used, which I didn't quote because I knew that those lines were said before, and Geechi attacked those immediately. Gay Loke, Bayloke, gay joke, stay woke was a surf line pretty much used in the battle in 09, and then the organized crime line, which he said it was dope, but the organized crime line was used by K-Shine, and Geechi addressed those off the rip with 2 fire rebuttals. And he kept saying, see, you still stealing. I thought that was funny. The crowd reacted to it. But I thought what was dope, how it tied into his actual written. So right off the heels of those 2 rebuttals, he begins to clap and say, but hey, good shit, John. Now I'm finna snap on him. Y'all don't even catch how I told Johnny Bravo, then let it clap on him. I thought that bar was dope by itself, but the fact that it tied into him like addressing him stealing bars, but still just kind of like, whatever, but I'ma still give you props. That's dope. It couldn't have set up any better for him in the beginning of that round. He also came out the gates with where you say, send me spray on the fraud, bitch, face shot from the fofo. Watch his jaws rip. I brought a bulldog to the vet. My dog's sick. Hey, if I was John, he would have got hit with a Stone Cold Stunner or something. I would have put him in. He got hit with something, some type of wrestling move. We had to hit that nigga with the cross-face chicken wing or something. You ain't gonna talk to me like that. That was just all disrespect. The chopper stuttering on the stand like Corey Wise, fire. Then I think the highlight of his round was where he came to this point where he was like, yo, it's cool, you're a vet in battle rap, but I'm a vet in the streets. So, but he applied all the attributes you look for a dope battler. He showed them in a street version. So his first part, he kind of slipped on, but it was still fire when he said, any problems, I brought the beef to his door. That's how I showed I had delivery. It was dope. But he kind of slipped, so it didn't get the love that it's supposed to. Then the next one was fire. I hope I'm saying this right. I'm pretty sure it's line for line what it was. But he was like, me and my partner laid plenty niggas down before. Everybody in the room followed my commands during a robbery. That's crowd control. It's like, so you hit him with delivery, then you hit him with crowd control, and he ended it beautifully. He said, trials and tribulations, they was great lessons. My head held high in the courtroom. That stage presence. I thought all that was fire. I don't know how it's set with other people, but to me, I thought that round was dope round. very hard to beat. But John John tried. I think John John came out with this whole fake thug angle, and it was like hit and miss. I thought the one that hit was like, wasn't used to, wasn't used to supposed to do a year, and made a post about it. Came home in a week talking about the jail was overcrowded. That's funny. Like, it was funny. It wasn't like an amazing bar, but it was funny. I thought when he said, "I blame your OGs for setting bad examples. Pistol whip them. Y'all don't remember white chocolate till I crack a handle." Oh, shout out to White Chocolate. Oh, he was doing niggas filthy in Sacramento. He had some more lines in there where he say, "Oh, this was fire. I don't want to talk. Just shoot the shit. Shawshank, been through some shit. Get John mad and intercept a bullet. That's a user pick." Thought that was dope. I thought this little ender, it wasn't an ender, but it was towards the end. Y'all know what happened to Mr. Wavy? When you see that boy ask him, y'all even told me Jack was off the chain, and we see how far that went. Hey, all right, enough. All right, leave Jack alone. Look, he served his time. He's a free man. Let him out. He's good. Like, that was wrong. Foul, flag on the play. But yeah, that was a strong round by John John. But at the end, I think Geechi run that pretty decisively. That round was filled with content. Well, rebuttals at the beginning of the round, substance during the middle with just like bars catered to John John, and then he hit him with that classic vivid street tales. But he did it differently, like comparing his rap attributes in a street form. I thought that the delivery, crowd control, stage presence, that segment of his round was fire. So I'm giving that second round to Geechi. Third round. Underwhelming round, to be honest. I expected more. Nobody really grabbed the bull by the horns and took the round with command, but Geechi's opens up with a rebuttal responding to allegations that his man got jumped at an event and he was there and didn't do anything. It was funny, playful. He said, "I wasn't there. I couldn't show up. I seen the footage, though. Cuz beat them both up." John John, I believe he says facts and laughs a little bit. Then Geechi proceeds to clown Loso for the Briz battle. Blames John John for booking the battle, saying, "You put him in the water before he was ready. Oh, I get it. You John the Baptist." Him and his... and I thought that was funny. He said, him and his boy be talking about the Lord and what Jesus do. Nigga, we watch He Got Game. To us, Jesus was a shooter, too. That's mean. Sorry, God, dear Heavenly Father, that's not... I didn't say that. I'm repeating what was said. That was... Hey. He said, "You right. I took a year. The judge offered me 7. I said, that's weak." He liked to put his pen to the pad. They tried to make the pen my pad. We got different rap sheets. That was heavy. Solid round, like I said. Solid material. Just lacked a little bit of more originality, more structure. He was still a little choppy. I don't know. He just wasn't clean this battle as he normally is. John John's turn. He says, "I'd rather punch, scheme, angle, build up shit. Everything helps." And that's what happens when Mr. Every fucking bar meets Mr. Everything else. Dope. I'm a menace to society. Not like that Chauncey motherfucker. I get the drop with this 40. I feel sorry for your mother. Nice. He also came back with, we say, "It ain't like you hold any kind of rank." At least that's what one of your Crips told me. Since June, your mafia looked like little C, so now you think he big, homie. That was cool. Cool line. Probably the better line between the both of them to me was, "B Magic, Rum Nitty, now you probably get sued next, and that should verify how I got all these niggas in blue check." Fire. I gave John John that round. I thought he edged this slightly. He had a little bit more original material, and he was just clean. John John's a professional in every sense of the word. Clean all 3 rounds. I do think Geechi had probably the better overall round in that second. I thought his second was lights out. Maybe John's first. They both were clear rounds. Clear round for John John in the first. Clear for Geechi in the second. John John edged the third. Born Legacy 7, exclusively on the app. I don't know when the next battle dropping. Hopefully we get that chest in Jerry West. I heard it was fire. This battle wasn't a classic like people were saying, and I get it. You're in the building. It's a lot of adrenaline, and the atmosphere can consume you. So it's going to be some natural, like, hyperbole going on. So I ain't mad at it. But hey, thank you guys. Appreciate y'all guys checking in on my recap. I'm sure there's going to be hundreds of recaps going around. So if you took the small time to listen to me, I'm appreciative of it. Catch you on the next time. And as always, keep it battle rap love.